Delaware Motorcycle Permit Practice Test 3.
Question 1. While riding a motorcycle, you are considered legally intoxicated if
you had one drink and are over the age of 21. You have a blood alcohol concentration of 0.05% or more. You have had at least one drink. You have a blood alcohol concentration of 0.08% or more.
Answer.
You have a blood alcohol concentration of 0.08% or more.
Question 2. How can you ride safely on slippery surfaces?
Lean the opposite way of the motorcycle during turns. Ride on the most slippery portion of the lane. Reduce your speed and avoid sudden moves. Increase your speed to maintain balance.
Answer.
Reduce your speed and avoid sudden moves.
Question 3. In order to cross railroad tracks safely, you should cross them at an angle of at least degrees.
90, 45, 20, 120.
Answer.
45.
Question 4. Of the following, the most likely place for a collision is
A residential area, an intersection, a school zone, a multi-lane highway.
Answer.
An intersection.
Question 5. Blind intersections can be dangerous because
U-turns are not permitted. They are high-speed intersections. Other vehicles will have difficulty seeing you in certain areas. They are not controlled by traffic signs.
Answer.
Other vehicles will have difficulty seeing you in certain areas.
Question 6. If there are hazards on your left, what lane position should you ride in?
1 or 2. 2. 3. 2 or 3.
Answer.
2 or 3.
Question 7. When carrying a passenger, they should steady themselves by
Gripping the backrest. Holding onto the driver. Wearing a seatbelt. Holding passenger handles.
Answer.
Holding onto the driver.
Question 8. Riding alongside a car can be dangerous because
All these answers are correct. Objects may be thrown out the window. You may be riding in a blind spot. You could be hit by an extended side mirror.
Answer.
All these answers are correct.
Question 9. If you are carrying a package that prevents you from steering with both hands,
Ride in residential areas only. You must not ride the motorcycle. Ride under 30 miles per hour. You can only ride in first gear.
Answer.
You must not ride the motorcycle.
Question 10. Before making an emergency stop on the side of the road, you should
Make sure your luggage is secure. Skim your feet along the road. Move into the center lane position. Check to see that the surface is firm enough to ride on.
Answer.
Check to see that the surface is firm enough to ride on.
Question 11. In locations where there is oil and grease buildup, the best lane position is
in the blind spot, the center portion, not important, the left or right part of the lane.
Answer.
The left or right part of the lane.
Question 12. The most effective braking method is to
use the front brake only. Use the front and rear brake at the same time. Use the rear brake only. Alternate between rear brake and front brake.
Answer.
Use the front and rear brake at the same time.
Question 13. When driving through a turn, your lane position should
be in the center of the lane. Stay as close to the end of the road as possible. Stay as close to the center line as possible. Change to give you the best view.
Answer.
Change to give you the best view.
Question 14. When crossing rail tracks, you should cross at a 90-degree angle.
In residential and rural areas, unless that path will take into an oncoming traffic lane. At all times. Only when signs tell you to.
Answer.
Unless that path will take into an oncoming traffic lane.
Question 15. When is it most important to check your mirrors?
All these answers are correct. While stopped at an intersection. When you are decreasing your speed. When you are preparing to change lanes.
Answer.
All these answers are correct.
Question 16. To prevent colliding with a hazard in the center of the lane, which lane position should you ride in?
Right. Left or right? Left. Center.
Answer.
Left or right?
Question 17. When approaching an intersection, the best way to reduce your reaction time is to
avoid wearing a full-face helmet. Keep the clutch pulled in when not accelerating. Avoid using the highest gear. Cover the clutch and the brake.
Answer.
Cover the clutch and the brake.
Question 18. Using your brakes properly means
alternating between the front or rear brakes. Using the front brake only for most stopping situations. Using both brakes every time you stop. Using the front brake only in emergencies.
Answer.
Using both brakes every time you stop.
Question 19. If you are convicted of riding under the influence of alcohol or drugs, you will be fined and ordered
the mandatory license suspension, the mandatory public service, the mandatory training, 2-year imprisonment.
Answer.
The mandatory license suspension.
Question 20. While riding, your feet should be positioned.
Pointed down for easy shifting. As far forward as possible. Firmly on the footrests. Hovering above the ground in case you dip.
Answer.
Firmly on the footrests.
Question 21. To maintain adequate control of the motorcycle, your arms should be positioned.
With elbows slightly bent. At an angle of 90 degrees. With wrists locked. With elbows locked.
Answer.
With elbows slightly bent.
Question 22. Cross rail tracks at an angle of at least 45 degrees because
a larger angle would be unsafe. It allows you to cross tracks quickly. At a smaller angle you may catch your tires. It gives you the best view of oncoming trains.
Answer.
At a smaller angle you may catch your tires.
Question 23. Maintaining or increasing your speed while making a turn
is safer because you complete the turn quickly. Should only occur when passing others. Should never occur. Helps stabilize the motorcycle.
Answer.
Helps stabilize the motorcycle.
Question 24. When parked in a parallel parking space, you should park at an angle
with your rear wheel on the curb. Whenever there are parking meters within 2 feet of the curb. With your rear tire touching the curb.
Answer.
With your rear tire touching the curb.
Question 25. When approaching a blind intersection with a stop line, you should stop first.
Straddling the stop line. Where you can see both ways. With your rear tire on the stop line. Behind the stop line.
Answer.
Behind the stop line.
Question 26. Your motorcycle fits you if
you can keep it from tipping over. You can comfortably reach the foot pegs. Both feet can reach the ground while you are seated. You can reach the hand grips without locking your elbows.
Answer.
Both feet can reach the ground while you are seated.
Question 27. Motorcycle passengers should
sit as far forward as possible. Put feet down when stopped. Get on before you start engine. Lean the opposite direction of the motorcycle.
Answer.
Sit as far forward as possible.
Question 28. The best way to discourage another driver from trying to lane share with you is to
ride in the left portion of the lane. Beep your horn. Ride in the center portion of the lane. Flash your brake light.
Answer.
Ride in the center portion of the lane.
Question 29. Increase your safety at night by
Riding with your high beam. Increasing your following distance. Using the lights of the car ahead to help you see. All these answers are correct.
Answer.
All these answers are correct.
Question 30. The front brake
Provides 25% of the braking power. Should only be used in emergency situations. Provides 75% of the braking power. Is controlled by a foot pedal.
Answer.
Provides 75% of the braking power.
Question 31. If approaching a blind intersection with the stop line, where should you stop?
On the stop line. At the stop line only. Past the stop line, where you can see clearly. At the stop line first, then further to help see.
Answer.
At the stop line first, then further to help see.
Question 32. You should avoid attaching cargo to a motorcycle with
Elastic cords. Tank bags. Ropes. Saddlebags.
Answer.
Ropes.
Question 33. The rear brake is important because
Least, it has 75% of the motorcycle braking power. Most, it has 25% of the motorcycle braking power. Most, it has 75% of the motorcycle braking power. Least, it has 25% of the motorcycle braking power.
Answer.
Least, it has 25% of the motorcycle braking power.
Question 34. If an obstacle cannot be avoided and you must drive over it, approach it at a degree angle.
135. 45. 25. 90.
Answer.
90.
Question 35. A motorcycle is less visible than a car because it
Has a quieter engine. Has a smaller profile. Does not have as many lights. Drives faster than a car.
Answer.
Has a smaller profile.
Question 36. To turn your motorcycle, you should press on the hand grip in the direction of the turn and
Pull in the clutch. Lean the opposite direction of the turn. Keep your body straight. Lean in the direction of the turn.
Answer.
Lean in the direction of the turn.
Question 37. When braking on slippery surfaces, you should
Use both brakes. Use the rear brake only. Always coast in neutral. Use the front brake only.
Answer.
Use both brakes.
Question 38. When you check your tires, what are you checking for?
Cuts and scrapes. Tire pressure. Tread wear. All these answers are correct.
Answer.
All these answers are correct.
Question 39. To increase your chances of being seen by another vehicle.
Drive only during the day. Avoid driving in heavy traffic. Wear reflective clothing. Drive in areas where there are lots of motorcycles.
Answer.
Wear reflective clothing.
Question 40. It is difficult for other cars to see motorcycles. Which of the following can increase your visibility to others?
Wear proper clothing. Use your headlight. Ride in the best lane position. All these answers are correct.
Answer.
All these answers are correct.
Question 41. While riding your motorcycle, you approach a crosswalk that a pedestrian just stepped into. What should you do?
Stop and wait for the pedestrian to cross the road. Proceed if the pedestrian is not in your lane. Stop inside the crosswalk. Proceed as long as you will not hit the pedestrian.
Answer.
Stop and wait for the pedestrian to cross the road.
Question 42. In a single lane of traffic, there are lane positions for a motorcycle.
3, 2, 4, 5.
Answer.
3.
Question 43. How many lane positions are available to a motorcycle in a single lane of traffic?
4, 2, 1, 3.
Answer.
3.
Question 44. When riding your motorcycle, your feet should be positioned
With your toes pointed downward, as far forward as possible. Firmly on the footrests. To drag lightly on the ground.
Answer.
Firmly on the footrests.
Question 45. When riding in a group, when should you ride single file?
When entering a highway. In rural areas. At all times. On long stretches of road.
Answer.
When entering a highway.
Question 46. If your front tire fails while riding, you should ease off the throttle and
use the rear brake and move to the side of the road. Use the front brake and move to the side of the road. Pull the kill engine switch and roll to a stop. Use both brakes and stop on the shoulder of the road.
Answer.
Use the rear brake and move to the side of the road.
Question 47. You brake hard on a straightaway and your rear brake locks.
Pull the kill engine switch. Release all brakes and coast to a stop. Continue braking until the motorcycle stops. Release the brake and only use the front brake.
Answer.
Continue braking until the motorcycle stops.
Question 48. In addition to downshifting when you slow or stop, you should also downshift
when you need more power to accelerate. while riding on a multi-lane road. Whenever you pull in the clutch. When you are descending a hill.
Answer.
When you need more power to accelerate.
Question 49. Which lane position should you ride in to increase your line of sight?
The right. The center. The left. Any lane position.
Answer.
The left.
Question 50. How can you avoid riding in the blind spot of another vehicle?
Ride at the same speed as vehicles you are beside. Only ride in the left lane position. Find a place without traffic on either side. Ride faster than the speed limit.
Answer.
Find a place without traffic on either side. Thank you for watching the video and wish you will get your driver license soon.